So as you can see here, that is the university campus. Chemistry is actually located down here. If we can see my little mouse doing something about there, where all these little chimney exhausts are, that's the School of Chemistry there. And so if we'd just like to go in to the cloisters, we can see how the program is constructed. So it's a postgraduate taught course. And so there is 2/3 of the credits that are available are devoted to the taught courses themselves. If you're not aware, a credit is the unit of currency by which we measure and we accumulate credits to get our degree. You may have used credits in your undergraduate, or you may have used points or a different value assigned to that. So there are 4 topics here which are indicative to both chemistry programs: the straight chemistry and the chemistry with medicinal chemistry. They are special topics: frontiers of chemistry, research skills, and organic chemistry. Each of those courses are worth 20 credits, for which you get 80 in total. If you're on the chemistry only program, you will do a further 2 20-credit courses in organic and physical chemistry. If you are specializing in medicinal chemistry, you will do a medicinal chemistry course alongside a reduced inorganic and a reduced physical, giving you a total of 120 credits of your PGT degree. The remaining 1/3 comes from a project. The project runs from June to September, so that's after the teaching year in 2022 when that ends, which will comprise 13 weeks of going into a lab and doing practical research, writing a report on that, which we call a dissertation, and then undergoing the terrifying viva voce oral exam. There are your additional 60 credits, 180 credits in total for the 1-year degree. One of the questions that came in is, how are the research projects allocated? And this is entirely up to you. So at the end of January, which is the start of second semester, you will decide which area of chemistry, inorganic, organic, physical, you would like to undertake a project in, and then you seek out an academic in the School of Chemistry in that area, and then you discuss and work out what type of project you will take. Looking more closely at chemistry lecture courses, there are 4 organic special topics: inorganic and physical. Each of them are 20 credits. Each of those comprise 6 modules. Each module is 8 lectures, and each module also has tutorial that goes with it. So there are 48 lectures per course. So there's a lot of lectures going on, and you should be aware of that before heading into the start of the year to prepare for that. If you're chemistry with medicinal chemistry, you have the 20-credit organic chemistry and special topics, but you have which are the 48 hours lectures and 6 tutorials, but you do a reduced inorganic and medicinal, which is 15 credits each, which is 32 lectures and 4 tutorials, and physical chemistry is a half course, 10 credits, which is 24 lectures. You can find all this information on the School of Chemistry website. The program handbook has all the details, and the module outlines the specifics of that. Here we go to the non-lecture courses, which are the Frontiers of Chemistry, which are bespoke sessions to develop transferable skills. That consists of a portfolio and a written essay, where the breakdown is 30% for the portfolio and 70% for the essay of your total grade for that course. The other non-lecture course is Research Skills, which contains practical skills development, so lab experiments, workshops, seminars. And you will do a mini project on that, experiment of your choosing, where you will write a report and a poster in preparation for doing a much larger project over the summer. Another question that came in: will all learning be in person from September? The shiny answer is yes, this will be the case. The semester begins on the 20th of September, as I'm advised by the university. And although lectures are likely to continue to be remotely delivered through semester 1, as we come out of the pandemic, all the small group work, tutorials, workshops, and lab sessions will be in person over both semesters. So there'll be plenty of reason to come on campus. Here's a look at the timetable and how it looks, and it's brightly colored and there's lots of modules going around. So these are your lecture modules with the various letter and number codes to give you an idea that it's very heavy in semester 1 and less so in semester 2. And so more of the written assessment and project work will be carried out in semester 2 to balance that. Here is the CMC timetable. There's just a few changes there. So if I flick between the two, we can see that some modules have changed their code and some have been removed to accommodate that specialization in medicinal chemistry. One of the questions was, does the coursework include workshops or support to help understand the content if needed? Yes, it does. In addition to the regular tutorials for your coursework, there are PGT-only supplementary tutorials to help you, remind you of those fundamental basics or introduce you to them if you haven't seen them before. We get a lot of students with a variety of backgrounds, and so not everybody has covered everything that we undertake here at Glasgow. And so here are the organic, physical, and inorganic tutorials as scheduled as part of your lecture courses. And in addition to those are the PGT-only supplementary ones, which are tutorials for inorganic and physical, and there are NMR workshops run by the organic chemistry staff. Another question is, when are the exams scheduled? And all courses assessed by written exams will be carried out in the April-May exam period, which is the spring, which is now. And so you'll be able to see here that the last week of the teaching year is called week 27. This year it's the 22nd of March. Next year it will almost be the same. So we're ending in the last week of March, and then there is a month break for you to revise and study ahead of the exams that happen at the end of April. So the exams this year start next Monday for our current crop of students. So for our lecture courses, the 4 here, they will happen with an exam in April, May. If you're straight chemistry, you have 3 exams. If you're chemistry with medicinal chemistry, you will have 4. That is 60 credits of your coursework. The non-exam assessed courses, which are special topics, frontiers of chemistry, research skills, the assessment is done throughout both semesters, mainly in semester 2, and that is your other tranche of 60 credits to give you 120 in total. And with that, if you have any questions whatsoever, you bring them to me, because I'm the person in charge who will carry you through the year and can answer any question you have on the PGT program. There was a question about industrial heterogeneous catalysis, but it is known as an MRes, a Masters of Research, rather than a Masters of Science. And so the MRes has 120 credits of project work and only 60 credits of taught courses. Of those taught courses, the 60 credits are divided into 6 courses. There will be 6 10-credit courses, and they will be carried out in blocks over 4 weeks, 2 separate blocks of 4 weeks throughout the year, and exams again happening in the April-May.
I think there'd also been a question pre-submitted around scholarships, which I'm happy to talk to. So I think the question was around how will candidates be selected for a scholarship? I think that the short answer to that is it depends on the scholarship award. So on the programme pages, under the kind of fees and funding section, you'll see a list of all of the scholarships that you may be eligible for. That will depend on your status. So, for example, there are some awards for international students. There are some awards for what we would call home students. So it really depends. So there's more information on all of those awards on the page. So for example, for international students, there is the College of Science and Engineering Dean's Award. To take that one as an example, there is no separate application. So applicants are assessed automatically when they apply for the programme. And then if you are successful in being awarded a scholarship, you will be notified about that, normally within a kind of couple of weeks of being made your offer. So I guess the short answer is it depends, but feel free to have a look on the programme pages under the funding section. And there's some contact information there as well for the scholarships team. So if you do have any questions or anything about that, then please do get in touch with us, and we'll be very happy to help.
Someone was inquiring when they would get their CAS. We usually issue CAS about 3 months not any more than 3 months before the course start date, just due to, visa compliance and everything. So it's usually within 3 months of the course starting. So May, June, we'll start to think about issuing CAS. We would issue a CAS as long as the applicant has accepted an unconditional offer, so that they've met all the requirements, they've accepted their offer, and then they'll be sitting as DEIN on their My Campus record. That'll get pulled through, and so we will issue the CAS when it's shown as DEIN on their My Campus record. Someone was asking if they can, after an MSc, if they can do a PhD.
The answer is that yes, you can. So not always. Your undergraduate degree will allow you direct entry into a PhD program. So the PGT, which is an MSc, is a good stepping stone towards that. And I would estimate about half of the class who graduate with the PGT degree go on to do PhD.
Stephen, would there be anything you would like to add about job prospects after, or industry links, or anything that you would like to add?
We have lots of industry links specifically with the MRes and heterogeneous catalysis, because it's actually taught by those in industry. And so undertaking this degree program will give you almost a direct conduit to those industrial chemistry jobs that can be found throughout the world. Other than that, your chemistry degree and your medicinal chemistry degree allows you specialization in various things. And so there's a range of career options that you can look beyond chemistry and say academia and a university environment and go into the public sector, the private sector. You can go into the legal sector. There's lots of avenues to take based on having this 1-year Masters of Science degree.
What qualification can help students to get full scholarship for PhD? So that's perhaps a scholarship question there.
Fully funded PhD opportunities will kind of depend on the area that you're looking to specialize in and kind of complete your PhD in. Sometimes some partial funding is available, sometimes some scholarships are available. Sometimes there are fully funded opportunities where you might be perhaps coming in to do a kind of predetermined research project. But in terms of qualifications, generally you'll be looking at having your bachelor's degree, then a master's degree, and then from there progressing on to completing a PhD would be the kind of more traditional route to a PhD. So perhaps some awards might be based on, again, academic merit. So depending on your grade from your master's, perhaps could help you with sources of funding. But I think again it really depends and will involve doing a little bit of digging around both kind of university funding opportunities, but also external funding opportunities that might exist as well.
How many students are Chinese in MSc chemistry subjects? Roughly what percentage?
Over the last 3 or 4 years, we've been running at just under 50% have been Chinese, and they've come through the pre-master's program at Glasgow International College.